Smoke to block,
planted.
but did have EU able to successfully get out of the site, wait for help. Now it's on to the retake. Another Nebula gets put down over through heaven. Waifu finds first blood. And now here comes the retake attempt coming from the front side largely, but none of it finding really any success whatsoever. Dap's the last player left alive. Does well to find one, but he's on 8 HP, and this would be pretty miraculous if he could pull off the 1v3 overall, and I think he's starting to feel the same way. Might just be kind of taking his time, see if maybe he can find one more or maybe even two more exit kills up top through heaven now that Nebulas have faded away. Just comes down to at which point does he actually want to take a look and try to chow this. And it looks like it will be now. The spy cam has revealed him though, and it looks like this point of contact may not come through whatsoever. Pure is going to try to push around the stairs, but Daps will hold this angle. He'll sacrifice himself to the detonation, and that will be a first pistol for XSET.
Would like to have been on a rifle now. Quite a bit of aggression coming through onto A though. What's gone? And we have a decent smoke on the recon.
So much information off the recon. Tex uses that to walk away with 2 defense still fully formed with all 5 players staying alive. And that means that XSET will have to try to find a way to navigate a 3v5 situation. Dwifo was trying to get a little bit more aggressive to the middle of the map, which that might be the only spike site available for them to really make a play on. And maybe they've just opened the door enough. Aaron finds one elimination onto Sam, who's the sole defender, and XSET will actually be allowed to get a spike plant off. Not bad at all.
So for BCJ, working over towards the garage to try and flank on through. Not get a timing here. Oh, they see Daps. Daps gets the kill first. Now 1 versus 4.
Yeah, Daps, he also sees BCJ, so he'll just hold this angle pretty free. But all in all, for XSET, I mean, considering that you're in a 3v5 as early as you were, yeah, an opportunity for his teammates to come and help. Paranoia comes out. You will have a bit of the Astra utility being used to try to clear some space, but it's Dwifo who comes in first. Able to find the kill, and then immediately into the neural theft he goes. Tax able to find one of his spots. Sam trying to stay alive. Beautiful stab to find a second kill. Not going to be a third. We did, and BCJ will clean out the site, and that will mean that we've got a 3v1 with a pretty free site for XSET to plant, but they do not have the spike at the moment, so maybe an opportunity for Daps to make a play. This comes down to the timing of this peak. Not favorable. We did for 3, and XSET. Beautiful execute for their 3rd round.
You see the Astra. Could still be the actual execute. Andrew's going to get info. Slice is dismissed though. Really aggressive here to try and re-peek it. It does get punished.
Tex trying to clear a little bit of space, but here comes Pure other side. He actually dashes right into the site. EU able to deal with him, and now all of a sudden all of the hopes for XSET to execute day have just completely been null and voided. So they're going to kind of default back to going over towards Daps. He actually catches information just as he's putting out the trap wire. Aaron going to clear a little bit of space on one side with the paint shells, the Nebula on the other, and Sam is right on the other side of the corner. He finds the first. Going into the smoke is weeded. Gonna find information on one more, but there's too many NRG members to deal with. We've got a long play around the back. That's going to be Daps by himself, trying to open up a flank. A lot of ultimates, like you mentioned, that could be used. The Empress is coming through first. Tanktail's going to come out as well. Tex now, trying to clear space underneath with the showstopper. Not going to find too much, but goes into a direct cover, finds 1, finds 2, and EU, meanwhile, with the Hunter's Fury clearing the other side of the site, takes down 2 as well. Dwifo, the last player left. Impressive shots off of a random pistol swap, but he's got no chance to contest the defuse.
Want to go for this one. Might not be the round to pull too many ults out beyond the fact that there is a Blaze Storm already, but here comes the showstopper anyway. XSET want to go.
Oh my goodness, Android, hello? What in the world? We don't see moments like that often from Android. Very much so doubting his ability to capitalize on 1 kill. So we'll go 1 for 1 on the exchange. XSET on the site, but not comfortable enough yet to even try to attempt for a spike plant. EU trying to retake, spamming through the cyber gate. Not going to find too much. And meanwhile, BCJ has done well to keep the numbers pretty even. Aaron with the Spectre.
Defeated.
2v2. Nice shock dart from EU. Able to find the elimination. Just comes down to Dwifo. Not a lot of time. Wants to try to toggle for a spike plant, but now that they know, yep, there it is. Let's say there's also an owl drone that has not been used yet. EU comes around the corner, finds the easy kill. And even with a bit of hijinks and, I won't say hilarity, but question marks, NRG still hold the site.
He's straight on to beat camera spots. Everything now becomes the execute plus.
Spam shots going back and forth. Even the shock darts coming into play, but it's going to be Aaron through the Nebula able to find a second elimination. Boom bot, some value there as Tex is able to keep things relatively even and now completely even. Doubles down, and now we go 3v3. The spike has been dropped over towards the A side of B. Dwifo playing for a flank denied by Andrew, who got aggressive in the middle of the map. That now means that the only real play available is going to be Aaron picking up the bomb, and with the spike plant, will he have the opportunity to really do too much from the top side of heaven? Showstopper called. Android finds the first. Aaron peeking, Daps ready for it the entire way.
Directly in that link, it's going to be pretty tough. XSET 5 alive here versus 4. No Empress. They do, however, have ultras. They have A possibility maybe wallbang through the floorboard. Not going to happen. Son dropping down and dropping dead. 5 versus 3, and NRG do not look like they'll take it. The only really useful ult coming through.
C-Long, there should be point of contact here. EU is going to try to go for Hunter's Fury and blindly able to find Swipo. And with that, Som on the other angle able to find use with the operator. That'll be good for now an early 5v3, but XSET still pressuring. Feel like, okay, our best chance of taking this round is to quickly get onto the C site and see if we can get the spike planted sooner rather than later.
NRG give it to them for free as well. Som gets a kill. EU obviously got a kill in that Hunter's Fury, so they walk away. They don't give away a death. See all the stars being popped through. That's actually all you took on. We just might have picked up some of those. Has a bit of a time. That's Android gone. 2 versus 1, and XSET cleaned it up. They've rescued the round with really aggressive play, and sees at least 1. I think he might have even spotted 2. Calls for reinforcements, and here it is.
All right. Swipo holding strong, finds 2. Just nearly gets the triple. But it does not come through. XS defense is now fully here. Spike is on the ground. EU trying to do something. Nice little jump peek from Aaron, and now over to the left click. Not going to get the best of Dats, who finds himself now down to a 1v2, but also down to just 27 HP. Daps would have to find an angle for free here, and maybe he just does. Shots. A little dicey for both sides with BCJ.
The only issue with this is that XSET have no cover onto A-Long so far. I mean, we've already got BCJ being smoked out. Might have a trap over towards 1, and it's going to be a 1-for-1 trade so far on 8 cell.
BCJ and we did, though. They completely shut down the play with a couple of the kills to follow up. We did stuck between a rock and a hard place, though, at the moment. EU not going to find the first kill. Reads the second, gets the reload on. Still a very possible post-plant 2v3, especially as EU and Som find the 2 in front. Now it just comes down to 1 on the backside. It's Swipo low HP. He's able to find the first, but not a second. As low as possible, because I mean, we've talked about it a lot, candidly, that there is so much offensive ability from the side of the Astra at times with the smokes, but defensively, with the ability to concuss, to use the gravity, I mean, there's this, it's so difficult to break through it. And NRG's patience initially was looking pretty strong, but XSET do kind of get a little bit aggressive through the middle of the map to find the first blood.
Free gun here being picked up by BCJ. Checking for the second, but it'll be clear as well. On the other end for A, Pyrrha gets the kill into Android, so there it is. NRG, if they try to save these rifles, I think XSET are going to go for it.
Swipo almost caught with the spy cam out. A couple of the tags through the boxes will be enough for Aaron to take the secondary challenge and win the gunfight just down to Som. Trying to stay alive in the dark cover. Swipo spams it. You're going to come out from XSET defensively very early. Gets the first tag. Would love to take down Dap in this. Delaying the third and still converts it. Unbelievable first blood. About to say for NRG, this feels like it's a must-win round for you. And, well, they do respond with 1 elimination onto Swipo, so we go 4v4. Aldrum denied. And actually, that was a really nice placement of the dark cover to make sure it didn't actually see much information. But meanwhile, XSET with aggression through A are able to find a couple eliminations, leading to what will be a 4v2 situation. Android with the Empress, you feel like has to be the hero. And he will be stuck just kind of sitting behind Gong. Aaron considering this with the showstopper, comes to the back, but no! Gets turned around, and Android finds 2! Opportunity for the third, and he's good for it! 1 more up front, Som clutches, and NRG secure a 2v4 post plant. Come through defensively for XSET. 4 of them being used just to try to enable Pure a chance to get this opening first blood with the Blade Storm shut down.
Angles, sometimes blind as well. Both teams have had huge value on getting kills. Swipo is going to have to hold the line, already being shot through the wall. At least doesn't take any damage. They know he's there, and now has to wait for the rest of the players coming through. NRG still have Som kind of just lurking around C. He's going to have a bit of a timing here eventually.
It's a beautiful shot dart for BCJ after the reveal had come through. It's now 4v4. Keep your eye on Som. Long lurk on your minimap up to the top of the defensive spawn. But here comes XSET very quickly with the divide going down. And the rope that will also be spent. So now all of a sudden, Som will be revealed, but it's before finding a first kill. So good stuff there, EU. Into the Hunter's Fury, just delaying as much time as humanly possible. Even gets a connection on the Swipo, who's now down to about a single shot. But everyone's got to go through this divide. That's a scary thing to do. Recon Bolt comes out. We did trying to hold the line. Time becoming a problem. Android good for another double. He finds himself 3 again. Somebody put a leash on this guy.
Aldron's already checked out what could be on A. They're walking on there now. 1 smoke's going to come through, but it's not going to slow them down. This is going to be a free plant.
I'm pretty sure that was a star pickup. A little bit of a fake dissipate right there. Regardless, though, NRG freely onto the A site. Spike planted. Look at the post-plant setup. You got a camera sitting through A long, plus 2 NRG members. Make it now 3 as Android's going to be there with them. So XSET, to be fair, will have a pretty free line of sight to get on initially, but it just comes down to can they actually get far enough forward to clear any space. Tex, showstopper, able to find one. Keep his life through health. The contestant should be up, but he's able to still find the second elimination. Good stuff there for NRG, and now Android in the Empress gets the next elimination, and it all falls onto the shoulders of Pure. And 1 HP, really nothing he could do.
I don't know if, yeah, no, Weeded hasn't picked up. Still into the Bucky for now. Still got 3 stars as well. 1 away from the Cosmic Divide. This could be huge. If Weeded gets 1 more kill and gets away with his life, again, just the threat of the Astral Wall changes how NRG have to play this post hunt, because NRG don't have a lot of util. That Bucky shot from BCJ, once again finding maximum value.
Paranoia was just a touch too late. A lot of information, though, on where BCJ is. Texas is going to take the high ground, but Weed is able to help him out. It's a Bucky brigade! BCJ and Weed did clean up everything.
And they know for sure that Thwyfor actually, walked over a trip over towards C. So here we go. Thwyfor's hold on. He's got 2 kills, and that could be the round.
Could be, but Som's able to keep it alive. The Paranoia comes through again, just a touch too late. Som thinking about it. Recon Bolt is here. And now all of a sudden, XSET's defense making their way on.
10 seconds
the divide is in play.
Last
EU
player
gonna get caught on
standing.
the side of the shock bolt. BCJ takes care of the spike carrier. It's a 1v1. No time for a plant. Aaron just holding a corner. And XSET strike first in a very tight map. 13 to 11.
Spikes down.
He's going to stay alive in elbow, but he will be threatened. Weeded comes around the corner. 1v1 point of contact will be won by Weeded. So first blood good for XSET. Now it comes down to how do you break apart the post plan? Android says by getting a couple of headshots, apparently. Takes down Pure. Immediately steps onto the defuse for a moment. Hot Hands goes down, but the Nanostorm will shrug the initial defuse attempt away. Now here comes the guiding light. But open up some space. Texas good for 1. BCJ for the exchange. Sticking it is Som, but no! A couple of seconds too late. Thwyfor finds. Will make a very tough decision to come through for Android. Deals with the guiding light. He will stay on site. Curveball just trying to deny any line of sight onto him specifically. And he does find 1 kill, not a second. Avern able to clean things up for a 2-for-1 exchange, leading to XSET having control of the B site, and that should lead to a pretty secure plan.
Yeah, and Weeded had the only actual gun here as well. He had the Vandal, and he's holding on to Hookah, gets a free kill. And for XSET, 4 versus 2. NRG in a bad spot here. I don't know, do they even want to play for this one? They're starting to run out of util as well. They look like they just want to run away. At least that's the plan for EU.
Blinded.
As the rest of the util from XSET, it's just going to make this too hard. Like 2v4, I think NRG just want to hold on to guns. Or at least play for maybe exits or something.
Well, EU gets a little bit over aggressive with his challenge. Aaron there to punish. Stabs. Contact. Will find the first. But the hesitance comes from the fact that there are players sitting over towards Hookah, and BCJ does make a bit of noise over through the elbow. So XSET will wait for a peek from Daps here. There it is. He does get away. Daps up top through Hookah, gives away his position, but stays safe. And that will mean that X has to find a way to clear some more space up.
Actually huge by you, by the way, who was trying to run away into elbow and actually ends up getting a kill. Sees a player in Octagon. Tex will clean up Hero. This is going well. NRG have, off the back of their early 5v4 with Thwyfor gone as well, it's just XSET now on 2. They will have to start winning duels somewhere. They can't even do it in Hookah. Daps with the free upgrade. NRG looking at it flawless.
Until Aaron finds 1. Second around the corner. Spam shots holding down the trigger as EU gets the elimination.
Flash through the wall and also just run through the wall as well.
A lot of ultimates coming through here. Hunter's Fury, showstopper offensively, but there also is a defensive. Hunter's Fury to come through. Daps, Android, they stay alive through all of the chaos and find 2 eliminations. Information on text saying that, hey, Trailblazers coming from Lamps. I should be able to get over towards the Boombot on the chase. Little flashback play. Weeded caught with the guiding light. Will eventually fall. 3v2 situation. Spike now finally trying to make its way forward, but it is way too late. I don't even want to say a day late and $1 short. It's like it came a year late and a bank account short or something of the nature. Even the pass back doing a bit of damage. Nowhere for Aaron to go. Is really the only player that could read this play coming through mid, and he's not able to get an opportunity. That's going to be another Bucky for BCJ to find value. Hex with a showstopper immediately. Tries to send it out. Cosmic Divide will go down. BCJ on the other side of the wall finds 1, but not a second. Spike being planted will be down just in the nick of time, and an alarm bot that had been retrieved also plays. Thwyfor finds another elimination. Andrew trying to get aggressive. EU there to help, and it just comes down to Weeded. poking in and out of the divide. Him versus Android for the 1v1. Information and oh my goodness. First blood again for NRG. Again, we mentioned the statistic. Defensively, they're better half, and they're really starting to show it. Recon Bolt finding a lot of information. BCT trying to chase him down. What initially was the shadow step coming through, but Android able to hold on. Makes sure things stay tight, but nobody expects Dwifo through U-Haul. And he's in a situation maybe clutch up a 1v3. Now down to him versus Tex, but does not predict the correct angle. And NRG tie things up at 5. Like EU through B long, and that guiding light may have just scouted both of them out. Dash is with the first blood. He will. Pure falls. EU watching the flank. Here comes the pressure from XSET. All of it by numbers. Oh, they don't expect EU in a corner. He finds 2, but those will still be weapons that are collected. And that means the 2v3 could be doable, but Tex chasing it down. Finds the kill. A bit questionable on the showstopper, and I think he's starting to recognize that there will not be much of an opportunity to use this. And that will mean that there's an opportunity really to get onto A for BCJ and get a plant off to maybe extend this 1v3. Never mind.
I was going to say, because I thought Aaron was playing Razor, and Aaron didn't have a great time on the showstoppers last match. He's got to this time around. So here we go. BCJ takes some dabs.
Oh, but this is huge. He was able to find a bit of damage off of the Hunter's Fury. Saw that run it back come through. That was information for NRG that nothing was ever towards A. So they have numbers here to contest this plant. Aaron will still get this down. One defense member still lingering through hookah. EU playing by himself through the elbow. What is going to be the call? It's going to be a hot hands right onto we did. That's going to be the execute. Now the divide goes up to split the site in half. Aaron on one side, the rest of XSET on the other. And that might be good enough. BCJ and Aaron for 2. Now you're going to get the offensive Hunter's Fury to make sure no one's done the defuse. But none of the arrows connect, and while they're out, it's Tex for a couple. 1v2 situation. Android's going to stick for this. You got to find a way to commit if you're BCJ. He's not even going to make a look. And defensively, NRG want to actually go. So Sam will get this off. Oh, you thought for free, but gets pulled away. So an opportunity now for XSET to stack through hookah with numbers. They find the first blood. Opportunity still kind of go full speed on the retake. But Dwifo gets some help. A beautiful flash coming to the mix. Sam, he's able to find 3. Not going to get the 4th. Just down to a 1v2. And no one knows where EU is. Now they do, though. 1v1 with Pure. Has the utility to play with, doesn't even need it. Oh!
And actually this time, massive pressure over through the hookah. It's been spotted. The paranoid flies on through. Dwifo holds it down. 3 kills.
How good has Dwifo been? Wanted the 4th. Maybe a bit aggressive to try to go for it against the likes of EU, especially considering that Dwifo was on about a single shot worth of health. So a 3v2 situation. NRG will still get the plant off by way of some committing from the shadows to get over, but he will not get over to the lamp. Here finds elimination. It comes down to EU again. 1v3 this time will not get it off the ground. Pierce shuts it down. RG able to collect up 1 orb. That'll allow Tex to earn the showstopper. Important round right here. And the showstopper actually converts into the defense out of Pure R's pocket. Finds first blood. Gravity Well slows down the play. Oh, and actually beyond that, BCJ, so much value off the shock darts. Oh no, this has all gone wrong for NRG. Lockdown will also be committed defensively. Android with the run it back wanted to try to get forward, but is denied the opportunity. And it comes down to a 2v4 situation.
At least no one will get locked down and detained by that lockdown ultimate. But NRG, I don't know if their situation's really that much better. The 3 players that had ultimates are all dead. And this is like a half buy round for XSET as well, so lots of gun upgrades. Running out of time. If the plant hasn't gone on through, that's maybe the only real thing that NRG still have working for them.
Well, Pure does find his 3rd elimination. And at this point, everyone knows where Sam is. And double stack coming through. Tries to go for the turret first. Dwifo capitalized. It will go down. No contest to come through. That'll reset the clock and allow Tex to go straight to the showstopper. Holding on to it. Sees a player in the corner, but he hits the truck. That's not great news, but at least better off. EU finds 1 elimination. Shockbolt finding a lot of value. Not quite able to capitalize on the Aaron. Dwifo up top again has been so good. The retake for XSET good. His offense has made their way into hookah. And Android's able to find first blood. That's huge. Again, they are on a thrifty round. Technically, Sam finds a second. BCJ caught, trying to get the weapon out. Will only get 1. That's a lot of weapons collected. An opportunity for NRG to 4v2 to set up a post plant as they see fit, unless Weeded can come around this corner. He will not get the first elimination. Things looking good for NRG's attack.
Imagine, not quite on the same sides, but maybe all be able to get themselves over. Takes taking a bit of damage.
Oh, BCJ gets the information off the turn. He capitalizes on a first kill and puts damage into a potential second. Weeded backing out of the site, trying to work this with Twifo from elbow. Tex pushing forward. He's going to find information and take care of the lockdown. The trades will be there. 4v3, but lockdown denied. Guiding light coming through. Andrew in a bit of a pickle. Run it back will be denied, and beyond that, Weeded actually finds EU just as the Phoenix teleport sends him back. Regrowth comes out to get a little bit of help shared. NRG's post plant now down to 2, but one of those players is Android. Pure moving with the showstopper. Oh, finds the ankle and takes down Daps. Now it's just down to Android. He's playing from the back angle, halfway defused. Android for 1, Android for 2. Not gonna get the third.
Gun
and BCJ brings us back to a 1-round difference. I only call him comfortable making the grab for the fact that I think we both were looking at this series, think it's going to be a tight one. What is this play though? Som gets denied. Blazewall was there. Android does find the trade. 4v4 BCJ catches Android with the hot hands out. Takes a little bit of damage, but still follows up with the second kill. Goodness, the cojones on BCJ. Seekers also come into play for XSET defensively 3v2. EU in trouble. BCJ with the third. That's now figured out. We think it'll be good for that elimination.
No one's off site. And XSET stacking up pretty hard. The only really low member here is Weeded, who can't self-heal. Pura has an angle, might be able to get a kill. Android's just on the other side as well, and everyone else coming through from an elbow to end.
Trades overall, but Pure's able to find elimination. Swipe over behind. They get a bit of a pinch, and Pure finds the snap-on quick shot for a second.
That's what allows NRG to get on the side despite all.
Tough stuff's coming up here, though, is it's going to be mostly a save. Pure doubles down. Showstopper able to find the third. Oh, boy. And it all comes down to 1.
He's been spotted by the turret now, and it shouldn't be taking too long for XSET to win this.
Found them.
Recon bolts will be traded.
I have the spike.
The divide does come through. EU will just sneak away the spike and then immediately run back over towards B. But like you mentioned, as soon as he makes this play, it should be pretty well figured out. And how about it? Through the teleporter, and although EU finds the first, the follow-up there. XSET, 2 separate 13-11s take a 2-0 in the series. They qualify for Challengers 1 in Stage 2.